Hello, Kaiko here, and welcome to the chaos. Let's go.
Ooh! Help! Oh no, get away! Oh. Ah! I know it's hard to stomach, Mr. Duran, but as I'm sure you've noticed, there is nothing we can do to intervene in that which unfolds before us. But we have to at least try. And try you have, but are you aware of how many unsuccessful attempts you've made now? I wasn't keeping count. I'm afraid this is the 39th failure so far. Ooh. Or the 5th if we're only counting this particular victim. Oh. Oh no. There are no indications that these phantoms may be altered in any way. You seem to have calmed down a little. I'll make us a fire. You should rest and have some water. Feeling any better now, Mr. Duran? May I ask a few questions? Be my guest. What exactly are we witnessing here? What happened to these people? My guess would be that we are seeing Nokrai during the Khaenri'ah Cataclysm. Would that be accurate? Khaenri'ah? That is correct. As you know, once the abyss senses even the tiniest crack, it floods in and spreads like wildfire. There was a time in the distant past when it permeated all of Nokrai, causing immeasurable harm. The people paid a terrible price to heal this land. Then 500 years ago, the whole of Teyvat suffered an abyssal disaster. Once more, Nokrai was dealt a devastating blow. I see. In the face of the abyssal onslaught, all were like grains of sand tossed around by a tidal wave, be they human, fae, or god. The moment you witness is but one drop in a whole ocean of catastrophe. Alright, I guess that answers my second question too. I wanted to know why it's something I could do to help them. And that's because what we are seeing is history. That would be my guess as well. As I understand it, history and fate are not all that dissimilar. The latter may be unseen to us, but both are immutable. Yes, fate was determined long ago. I still have a couple of other questions for you, Mr. Flins. You mentioned more than one abyssal disaster that has struck this land in the past. How can you be sure that what we're seeing is from the Khaenri'ah incident? And also, how are you able to stay so calm when you're talking about these events? For everything I know about you, you're not cold or ruthless, and you're not indifferent to the suffering of others. Alas, I am forced to show my age. I must be 600 or 700 years old by human measure. Wait, so you... One is not easily moved by history when one has witnessed the truth firsthand. Just casual drop of there, like, by the way, I'm like 600 years old. No biggie. I'm sorry. You needn't apologize. Your passion's a good thing to have. Treasure it, because someday you may find it terribly short supply. At risk of offending you, I have a question in return. Your curiosity towards the abyss, is it born from hatred or because you sense its call? I only ask because I kept a fragment of Ro's body in my lantern for a short time, specifically his heart, so I know what a burden it can be to carry the abyss with you. And I hear its power growling from somewhere within you. In my eyes, your mere existence is a miracle. The honest answer is, I don't know. I don't think I have the confidence to say for certain. What I will say is, the abyss is not the only issue that haunts me. Great! Even before I became who I am today, the question dogged me constantly. Should I even exist at all? My doubt remains unresolved, but when we fought Rera, something became a little clearer to me. Sometimes it is the darkness within us that allows us to achieve the impossible. I certainly got that sense from your 39 attempts that you were trying to achieve the impossible. It sounds like you've resolved to see the truth for yourself. Absolutely. In that sense, he and I are quite similar. And I wish you every success. I look forward to the day of your transcension. Well, if everyone's caught their breath, I suppose we should head back. Oh, and one last thing, I'd appreciate if you kept our discussion about history a secret. He's just randomly dropping, like, by the way, I'm not what I look like. He just says it randomly. So funny. Incredibly, our separate investigations led us all to the same conclusion. Hooray for consensus. Yeah, but we barely learned anything though. I totally thought this would be the mother lode. Talking with the ancients, I mean, come on. But nope, all we got was useless snippets of conversation. And all the stuff about moves and hyper... I think she's saying it wrong. It's hyperbia, right? Hyperbia. What a load of baloney. Seems like people back then had a few screws loose. I understand your frustration. We found the same issue. Each phantom only showed a very brief moment in time. There isn't much value to be found in these miscellaneous fragments of a civilization's history, no matter how glorious it may have been. If there's a silver lining, is that these phantoms are harmless to the present reality. They shouldn't get in the way of the festivities. Hyman agrees, and not just because it's the first thing she understood in this whole conversation. You're disappointed, Nefa. Is something the matter? What What do you think? We all worked our tails off, but the only one to gain any information from it was you, Lady Moonchanter. Well, please do share the Hyperborean records with me. I will gladly inscribe them in our people's documents. Oh, duh, yeah, that was it. Hyperborea. I'm serious. Only an expert in the frostmoon science and the history can turn these records into valuable research material. The alternative is to let them gather dust on the curatorium storage shelves until the pages turn yellow. Nefer, you're wise enough to know that cooperating and sharing the profits is the best course of action here. Well, that goes without saying. Sure, let's do that. But didn't you say we aren't supposed to give out intel for free? Ah, sorry, shutting up. Now is not a good time to push Nefer's buttons. Anyway, back to Moon Prayer Night. I'm thinking that we should prepare something a little special, aside from the usual decorations and so on. You mean a passing gift? Can't go wrong with food, although, does food go bad on the moon? Perhaps a lantern would be a better choice. It might be dark up there. It could prove difficult to light a lantern on the moon. Magical stones might serve that purpose better. What about a clockwork model from Fontaine? I've got a whole bunch at home. I use them for fighting practice in my free time. None of those sound like things she would even be remotely interested in, but we don't interact with her enough to know what she likes. Yeah, it would really save us the guesswork if someone could find out what she's into. Wait, Kaiko, they were looking at you. Okay, I get it. I'll find a chance to ask her. Great, problem solved. Now I need to stop by Dory's. Gonna need help sourcing a bunch of stuff for the festival. And let's leave it there for now. We will have our own business to attend to. Kaiko, if you find out what Kutar likes, let us know right away. Gotcha. Is something the matter? That's my line, Durin. You seem a little down. I'm fine. It's just I'm still feeling a little rattled after witnessing the horrors of the abyss. It's okay. This is something I have to work through. I'll be alright. Thanks for your concern. Well, don't put too much pressure on yourself. If you ever feel like something's wrong, physically or mentally, we're here to talk. Don't forget, I'm a member of the Knights of Phonius. You can always rely on me. Come on, stop treating me like I'm a kid. I mean, you are a little bit like a kid. Just a little bit. You are a little bit of a baby dragon, so... You should get going. It's important that we are certain what Kuta likes. Can you do me a solid and try to smooth things over with Boss Neff? Which is why we need a lantern guaranteed to work on the moon. Yes, I have a few ideas, but the lantern itself is the easy part. The real issue is how little we know about the lunar environment. But you two are serious about this? Let's just say I'm intrigued by these shiny magical stones that Mr. Albedo has mentioned. Oh yeah, he likes shiny stones and lanterns, so he was always going to be on board. Miss Lama, would you accompany me into town? I think it'd be best if you saw the frosting signs decorations for yourself. Very well, let's go. Okay, Columbina, we need to talk to you. Also, I did see she is in fact in the next update, as is the Horse Adeptus, and I kind of want them both, but I don't have enough Primogems for this. But he's so cool. He's so pretty. Columbina, we're back. Huh? She's not here. I can't sense their presence at all. When the few Kuhenki here last time too, where did they all go? Maybe she took them out for walkies? Walkies? For Kuhenki? They're not pets, you know. Oh well, looks like we came just at a bad time. Let's try again tomorrow. There's still a few days until Moon Prayer Night, so we're in no rush. Besides, it's time to rest anyway. Fair point, let's go. Columbina, are you back yet? Huh? How strange. Looks like she still isn't here. And all of these are going purple. This is a bit odd. Right, it's not like her to spend so much time outside, especially since she's worried about attracting unwanted attention. By the look of it, she hasn't been back all day. What about Lunatar? Lunatar, you there? Hey, do you know where Columbina went? Sorry, I didn't understand, but if you know where she is, could you take us to her? Sounds like an I don't know either to me. Yeah, that's even stranger. Paimon, look, the flowers. What about them? Oh, that's not good news. They change colour when Columbina gets weaker, right? And they look super pale right now. Let's go, we've got to find Lalma. Good idea, she might know what's happening. Lalma! It's you. How is Kusa? Is she okay? She's missing. Has she visited the Frostmoon Silence? No, she hasn't come. I came here to check on her after I noticed the flowers had changed colour. Based on past precedent, she must be very weak right now. Even getting up to walk would be a struggle. It seems unlikely she wandered off outside. Not to mention she doesn't do that at the best of times either, so yeah, this is super weird. Has anyone approached Silvermoon Hall lately? No, very few people are in the know about Kuta's whereabouts, and if anyone suspicious had visited, they'd have left some sort of evidence. Come on, let's go to Nashua Town. If anyone has seen her, someone there will know about it. It's an Cry's information hub after all. Makes sense, let's go. Oh no! This is not good! Not good! Oh no! Are we just gonna find her somewhere, like on the side of the road somewhere? Whoops. Are we gonna find her, like, stuck somewhere on the side of the road? Is that what's gonna happen? Wrong way. Wait a moment, is it just Paimon or is this store kind of suspicious? It's never been here before, right? No, I don't recognize it. Wahaha! Alas, your free and easy adventure time is over. Now prepare to face the final boss of No Cry. Whoa, where'd that voice come from? Not sure, but it's definitely hostile. Is it? No, not that way. The final boss is right here. Oh? The Sniffermole? That's the final boss, really not. Also, that voice is a little familiar. Okay, the trick is out. I'll stop teasing you. Turn around, I'm right behind you. Ah! It seems I've managed to leave quite an indelible impression, even though you've never seen my face. Nothing could make a great mage more pleased with herself. Alice, great adventurer of the realms, Dota King, defender of old monster, etc. But most importantly, mother of the most adorable Klee! That's such a good title. Great adventurer of the realms, Dota King. Oh, she's Dota King. Defender of old Mondstadt. Old Mondstadt. But most importantly, mother of the most adorable Klee. Yes. And yes, we did the other quest. We were not supposed to have done it yet, so we haven't seen her face yet. Not by the plot point. And what, my god, is she beautiful. Look at, she's got the funky, like, clover eyes. I think Nahida has these eyes actually, but these are like, I assume Klee has that little 4-leaf clover thing. It's supposed to be that, I think. And that's such a funky hat. And she's got little stars in her hair. Flowers. So pretty. What is going on? I've heard that all the big shots of Tibet have long worldly titles that stun people speechless when they make their entrance. Unfortunately, none of them are affiliated with the Hexen Circle, and we ourselves keep a very low profile. The notorious name-dropping doesn't quite work for us. Still, I for one think I'm really quite amazing. So that didn't stop me from coming up with a title anyway. Alice? Is that really you this time? Not a lantern or a Dodiko, but Alice in the flesh? That's right, so what do you think? How does it feel to finally meet me? You look just like Klee. You look so young. You look just like Klee! Aha, that's the first thing you thought. A little surprising, but it actually makes me very happy. Because that means that when Klee grows up, she'll be just as stunningly beautiful as her mother. Ah! She's like literally glowing. Oh, so she's a friend of yours? Kind of. This is actually the first time we've seen her in person. I see, Madam Mage, that was quite a powerful entrance. I certainly won't be forgetting anytime soon. It's okay, Lalma, don't force it. Pam will do the honors. This is Alice from the Hexen Circle. She's a friend of ours, and of Vodka's too. She's helped us a lot in the past. That's right, she's a good person, just kinda unpredictable. Well, what is the human heart if not unpredictable, If we could not do as we please, how would we differ from machines? I am Lalma Moonchan of the Frostmoon Silence. It is a pleasure to meet you. Oh, I know. Before you got here, I spent a good, 15 minutes getting up to speed on Not Cry's present situation. In other words, I've read the whole in the last episode part, so we can skip the pleasantries. Fair enough. Well, Miss Alice, I can already tell that you have quite a unique personality. You'll get used to it, Paimon sure is. So anyway, what are you doing in our cry, Alice? Oh, I thought I told you already. This time, I'm the final boss. And what a formidable foe I shall be. Powerful, confident, decisive, and good luck finding my weak spot. You will never succeed. I'm going to send a formal request for Jean to put you in solitary. Ah, drat, my one weakness, and you found it in an instant. Fate has been dealt a devastating blow. Thus falls the great Dodo King. Why are you playing along with this nonsense? For funsies, of course. What's wrong, Paimon? Are you disappointed in me? Am I a gigantic letdown? No, it's just you seem like a busy lady, and this is the one time you showed up in person. Paimon figured it would be for something more high stakes than just goofing around. You're quite right. I'm here in Nokrai because something big happened, something big enough that it caught the attention of the Hexen Circle. It concerns the 3 moons, Teyvat's borders, and of course, the moon goddess you are currently searching for. You know what Columbina is? Kind of. Why don't we discuss this over a pot of tea? My main reason for coming on the trip to Teyvat was, of course, to have some fun, but I do technically have a job to do as well, namely maintaining the stability of Teyvat's borders. I'll skip over the complicated parts, but to sum it up, abyssal energies are all that lie beyond Teyvat's border. We find ourselves in a real pickle if they ever made it through. And the phantoms we've been seeing are a sign that the border has been disturbed. Ah, no wonder they tend to shop around Moon Prayer Night. Is it because the real moon is now so close to us that it's power can cross the border? In part, but only a negligible amount passes through, just enough to influence the verdant crest and so on. And as you've noticed, there's been an unprecedented number of phantoms appearing this year. The influence of the moon beyond the border cannot explain this. No, there is another far greater factor at play. Like trilunar syzygy. Syzygy. The trilunar syzygy. A trilunar syzygy? Aeons ago, before the heavenly principles came to Teyvat, it was the then 3 moon goddesses who controlled the laws of this world. You're talking about life, death, and such, aren't you? That's exactly it. The 3 goddesses split these powers amongst themselves, promising never to consolidate them into one singular body. This was meant to keep the world stable. But fast forwarding to the present, the eternal moon's marrow is with you, while the iridescent moon's marrow, which should never have appeared in this world, has been retrieved. Add that to the presence of a moon goddess in the flesh, and the power of all 3 moons is gathered here in Nokrai. There hasn't been an event like this since the War of Funerary Flame. And it's having a noticeable effect on Teyvat's borders. Why are you so concerned about said borders, if I might ask? Because I wish to give my darling daughter a peaceful, sunny environment to grow up in. Is that a good enough reason? You know what? Fair enough. That is a good enough reason. Kinda sounds like you're dodging the question, but it does make sense. Well, that's one reason anyway, and the most important one. The others are a little complicated to explain, for instance, cleaning up after dearest Miss R. Albedo can tell you more about it if you're curious, but right now I have a more important question to ask you. Why are you collecting the moon marrows? Columbina wants to use their power to return home. I see. Nicole told me about that legend once. Nicole, you mean Mage N? Oh, so you remember. We heard a voice in Fontaine. Ah yes, of course, that was a story about fate, her area of expertise. But back to the story of our dear moon goddess. I'm afraid her intended method of returning to the moon is unlikely to work anymore. What does that mean? She may be missing, but she hasn't gone anywhere. She has disappeared. Oh? Once long ago, the damselette who lived here walked the line between dreams and reality. There was a little Columbina picture in the corner. My body is so heavy. Wait, no, it's my mind that's heavy. My arms and legs are as light as a feather. What's happening to me? I feel drowsy, like I've been asleep for too long. Is it daytime or nighttime? Is the moon out? Phew, I think I'll go for a walk. Oh, Columbina? Are you okay? Are you out here for a walk too? Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh. The day has come at last. Have I grown so weak that I can't even sustain my physical form? Moon Prayer Night is nearly here. I was so close to returning home. Death is near. Is this how it ends for me? Will I return to the moon after I disappear, or... I don't want it to end like this. So far, at least, I still exist. Even if not physically, I can still feel. But as my power wanes, I'm sure that too will fade. I suppose I might take one final look at this world, the world where I was born. Save your last chance to visit Frostmoon Enclave, don't let it slip away. Ha! Come on, come on! Wait for me! Frostmoon Enclave, how much has it changed since I was born? These decorations, they're so heavy. It's times like this when you kinda wish men could be priestesses and acolytes. Phew. How fascinating. I've never had the chance to be privy to people's private lives in this way. In the past, people would get so solemn and serious the moment I showed my face, like they were frozen stiff. Karina, Lamenti, it's time to eat. Coming! I wanted to watch them a little longer. Oh, she like glides! Oh. So fun! But also like not fun because this is not good. But can she like... Or from a distance you can see she can kind of be the badger, or can she be the deer? Maybe. So just fill these balloons with air, right? Yeah, try a couple now to test things out, then the rest can wait till Moon Prayer Night. Think fast. Ah! Rita! Teasing an acolyte at the Frosty Silence, surely that's a punishable offense. Take this! Huh? Alright, enough horsing around. Lady Llama gave us a task, we should get back to it. The task is just to check the balloons don't leak, right? Doesn't matter if we fill them up with air or water. Hiya! Oof, okay, you got me there, and you got me there, but still we can't use all the balloons before the festival even starts. You won't use all of them, and as long as Lady Llama's trusted acolyte doesn't snitch, this can stay a little secret between friends. A couple more can't do any harm, right? Oh, you menace. Then think fast. Is something in a balloon full of water really so much fun? Oh, drink some more water. I can drink some water. I am hydrated. Where are we going now? We're going this way. Actually, we're tired from playing all day. Come on, eat up. A plain, humble meal that has always been the way of the Frosting Silence. How come the Menti got a midsummer berry dessert? I always get lacquerberry. I don't mind sharing. You can have a bite of mine if I get to have a bite of yours. They're sharing food? Never shared food with anyone before. Even at the Harbour to Tea parties, everyone just ate off their own plate. And when I couldn't finish my food offerings to the Frosting Silence, they'd leave the leftovers out under the moonlight for the animals to claim. Hey, that was 2 bites! Oh, then you can have another bite of mine? Oh, you two. Don't fret now, here's some of Granny's too. Ah, this is what it means to be family. If it wasn't flavoured by the fact that Columbina is kind of disappearing and like kind of fading away, this is really wholesome. I'm seeing so much I'd never usually get to see. They'd never act like this when I was around. It's nice to be able to just watch people in peace in these final moments. What a rare opportunity. I think I'll go take a look around in Nasha Town too. Maybe Kaiko will be there. Oh! Maybe we're going to encounter each other. After the war of funerary flame, the moon goddesses were no longer recognized by Tivat. They lost the whole foundation for their existence. That's why the moon goddess's strength is fading. She cannot withstand the world's rejection of her. But just like what Columbina said, the world itself is rejecting her. To be all pedantic about it, the moon goddesses did something to offend the heavenly principles, and that's why they were ousted. Something of a recurring theme in Tivat's history. Theoretically speaking, so candidly should put me in their crosshairs too, but they can't tell me what to do. I'll say whatever I want. Anywho, the moon merit energies were but a drop in the bucket for her, and the battle against the Rashal Sonari only weakened her further. Fortunately, it happened close enough to Moon Prayer Night when the Kuvaki concentration here is high. That's the only reason she's managed to survive this long. What do you mean, fortunately? You said she disappeared. We're too late. Ugh, what a headache. I thought this was all common knowledge. I guess I have some more explaining to do. Okay, buckle up. It's time for another lecture. Now I said earlier that the moon goddess lost the foundation of their existence. The reason for that has to do with the natural order. Basically, the rationale for their existence in Tivat was lost. Same logic applies to the present moon goddesses too. Consider her existence so far. Her comrades in the Fatui called her the Damselette, and she was worshipped as Kuta by the Frosting Scions, but these connections have now been severed, whether by hand or yours. By her hand or yours. So the rationale that once sustained her existence is now gone. Wait, we did that to her? Well, strictly speaking, yes, but let's not start pointing fingers, shall we? I'll only end up as this big bad villain, and that's not the kind of final boss I want to be. If you're making light of this, hopefully that means you have a plan. Of course I do. I'm only the greatest mage in the whole entire world. Now, if you wish to find your moon goddess, there are two problems we need to solve. Firstly, we need to strengthen the connection between her and Tivat, at least enough to sustain her until Moon Prayer Night. Strengthen her connection, but does it mean I'll have to rally all the Frost Moon faithful behind this? I'm afraid a bygone faith and a former home won't be of any help to her now. Do you know her name? Her name? Yes, names are very important things. A name is a fundamental concept that anchors one's entire existence. I asked her once, but she said she didn't know. Then your first job is to find it. As a moon goddess, I'm sure she must have a name she identifies with. Neither Columbina nor Kuta is her true name, and she's never really accepted either of them. So finding out her real name is enough to sustain her existence? Yes, I know it sounds like a small step, but every journey begins that way, so for now that's all we need to focus on. The second problem is with her plan to use the moon mirrors to return to the moon. Unfortunately, piercing through the false sky will take an enormous amount of power. Given her current condition, she won't be able to provide anywhere near enough power, even if she recovers her physical form. But no need to fret, Nicole is the expert in this field, and I'm sure she'll figure something out. Wait, Mage N is going to help us out too? That means we've got 2 Hex and Circle mages on the case. This is turning into a pretty big deal. Actually, this is more of a side quest for me. Like you said, I'm a busy lady, so I can't stay for too long. I'll have to return to Tivat's border soon. Thanks for telling us all of this. That's the upside you get for looking out for my little Clee. Hopefully that will incentivize you to carry on keeping her company in the future. Anyway, jokes aside, you'd better get moving. It will take quite a miracle for the moon goddess's consciousness to hold out till Moon Prayer Night. Oh, and I suppose I might as well tell you where Nicole is before I leave. Off you go now. It's time to meet your new friend. Yes, and a little suggestion, don't forget to mind your heads. What? I wonder how Durin's doing. I should really go see him before I head back. You really are super busy. I most certainly am. There's so many children I have to keep tabs on. Just in Mondstadt, Durin, Albedo, Venti, Varka. Well, 3 out of 4 of them are here. There were some unexpected names in there. Clee didn't make the list, huh? Of course not. Clee is my pride and joy. I have no qualms about her because she's the best child in the whole wide world. Oh, yeah, Clee's little angel. Haha. I'm glad you agree. Well, all the best. See you when I see you. She also didn't tell us where Nicole was. She left in a hurry. Yeah, she didn't pack up her stall. Should we handle it for her? I know that's necessary. A mage of her abilities doesn't need our help. I must say, I'm now very curious about her daughter Clee, was it? What she's like. That's a long story. Come on, we'll fill you in as we go. Oh, I like Alice. I like Alice. She's so fun. I'm kind of hoping that Columbina will just follow us around now so that we never have to, like, find her. Well, lively place. I've never experienced Nash down like this before. Hey, you old geezer, your hammer's rusted through. Who are you calling old geezer? Are they quarrelling? I'm looking right at him. You've really gone downhill since giving your daughter free reign in the workshop. Can you even swing a hammer anymore? Shouldn't take you days just to fix a single chair. You might as well use the hammer to massage my back for all the good it's doing. Don't run your mouth or you get a back massage that'll put you in bed for the rest of your life. Look, the materials haven't arrived yet, alright? You know how busy he gets in the days of full moon prayer night. I'll bet you sent all the materials to your little princess. Blood's always thicker than water, huh? Alright, you made your point, Uncle Koski. As soon as the materials arrive, fixing your chair will be the #1 priority. And Dad, if you've got time to chat, why don't you lend me a hand, See, Lilika knows what the score is. I guess they're friends, but the way they spoke to each other was so ugly. And again, it wouldn't be the first time I've seen something like this. Columbina, sing outside my door in the middle of the night one more time and I'll unscrew your vocal cords. You hear me? Oh, Sandrone. So that was a way of trying to be friends with me? What a pity I won't get the chance to say any ugly things in reply. I have no idea if she was insulting you or not. I don't know. Hey, have you decided what to give her for moon prayer night? Oh, there's a door there. I sure have. She's gonna get the surprise of her life when she least expecting it. Then I'll whip out the ring and pop the question. The surprise of her life? What a fun turn of phrase. Cool, I get the picture. You can send me the gushy details. Oh, looks like we have a customer. Hello there, ma'am. Would you like some moon prayer night candy? Huh? He's talking to me? Can he see me? Here you go. Oh. Come back anytime. Right now, where were we? I don't know why, but I still held out hope. I want to investigate the tiny door at some point. The most important thing right now is to find that mage. This name thing seems super important too, but where do we even start looking? I better go pay the Fatui a visit. We couldn't tell? Oh. Oh no! I thought we'd feel it in the moon marrow. Oh, she looks so sad. Oh, Columbina? We did feel it in the moon marrow. Kaiko? Let's go, this is not the time to be spacing out. Oh, she looked happy again. That's nice. Oh, she's following us. That was kind of cute. Maybe it's not so bad, just quietly staying by their side like this. Oh. Okay, now where was that tiny door I saw? One of these walls had a door that looked like a cat-sized door, and I was kind of curious. But where did I see it? Oh, it could be anywhere. Okay, no, I don't think it was down. It was... No. I didn't think it was... Oh, I'm never going to be able to find it again. It was when Columbina was talking to... No, she was standing here. She did a spin. And I saw it. Nope, I'm never gonna find that. I thought I saw like a cat-sized door, but... Oh no, it was here next to the peddler. It is a cat! Ah! Cat! Cat! There's a cat! I like it. Wait, if I'm llama, will the cat come out? Hey, there want some pastries. I'll try to carrot stuffed ones. They're the most popular, but I mean stuffed ones are great too. Ah. Oh. Okay, we don't need to buy anything from this guy. Wait, I wanna. If I'm llama, will the cat come out? Let's see. Let's just quickly be llama. Llama. Yes. Hello, cat. Hello. Oh, that's quite fun. I like it. Okay. I like that there was in fact a cat-shaped holder. I was a bit disappointed though to find out that, I don't know, there wasn't a chest in there too. Oh! He ran away. It only came out because you were llama! Anyway, let's go and talk to Nicole. Oh, we should go make food for the ghost near Flynn's house as well, at the end. Maybe. Oh, there's a close-up. See, I hate when they do this. You can't actually see the waypoint because the quest thing is directly on top of it, so you miss it. But it's okay, we'll go there now. Where are they going? They mentioned a mage and a name. So, Savaka, are you acquainted with this Nicole, or should I call her Mage Anne? Not really, we've never met, though she has come up in conversation. From what I've gathered, Alice kind of took Nicole under her wing, taught her how to speak in a more ladylike fashion, that kind of thing. Huh, hard to imagine Alice in an etiquette coach. Yeah, Alice is larger-than-life personality, I'll give you that, but then again, that's why she's able to draw in such an eclectic mix of people in a circle. If I remember correctly, being an interesting person is actually one of her main entry requirements. So if you ever wanted to join the Hexen Circle, I'm sure you'd both be eligible to apply. I don't go around making promises on Alice's behalf. I wouldn't dare. I was trying to paint a picture of the Hexen Circle for you. Okay, sure. Anyway, since none of us ever met Nicole, how are we supposed to find her? We can't just go up to every woman in sight and ask, hey, are you Nicole? Maybe something she's wearing will give it away, like a wind bloom pinned to her chest or something? Wait a minute, Alice never said Nicole was from Mondstadt. Oh, true. What about a tea set? I recall that each mage has their own cup. That would be this young lady then. Yeah, I'll probably do it. This seems like it could be Nicole. Hey there, sorry to serve you, but you Miss Nicole? Valka, Knight of Boreas, the Knight Savonius, Alice might have mentioned before. Have we got the wrong person? Sorry. Well, this is awkward. When I shook my head, I meant no, Alice hasn't mentioned you before. Huh? Where is this voice coming from? My apologies, for certain reasons I am unable to speak. This is the only way I can communicate with you. It might take some getting used to, but I hope you can understand. Hey, it's fine. I'm more shocked by the fact that Alice never speaks about me. As for you two, we have crossed paths twice before, but it is nonetheless a pleasure to finally meet you. It's really you. Thanks for your guidance in the past. You're quite welcome. This time things are different. We have reached the unwritten page of the story. You might say that we stand at the crossroads of fate. Now then, allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Nicole, the unappreciated master sculptor, the immortal literary giant, if only they'd write, and the silent angel, yet also the orator, the instant they utter a word, etc., etc. In summary, to remain silent is to be the observer of the world. Now, okay. No, stop, Alice, I can't believe it. I like that she didn't, one, she got to bat away the little thing, two, that was a thing. I had a whole speech prepared, I'd agonize over every single word, she always picks the worst moments to ruin other people's plans. I'm so sorry about that, Alice took the liberty of devising some bespoke self-instruction magic for each member of the Hexen Circle. But I could have sworn I deleted all the trigger conditions for it. How did it bypass everything? Oh gosh, this is so embarrassing. Does that mean Alice has been behind all the Fatui, introductions? This is a very different side of Nicole than what we're used to. Is she not used to face-to-face interactions? Don't worry about it, we've seen that instruction magic once already, so it wasn't too much of a shock. Please go on, Miss Nicole. We'd love to hear what you have to say, or, well, communicate. Huh? Are you talking to this lady? But... Oh! She can't hear them. Will you all promise to forget that horrendously embarrassing introduction? Sorry, embarrassing when? Among the words that I hoped that hopped out just now, I saw angel. Yes, my name is Nicole, and I'm one of the very few angels who has retained both their preferred form and their power. She's an angel! Kaiko and Paimon should be no stranger to this concept. There is another one of our kind in Atlant. They call her the Lord of the Night. Ah, right, Paimon remembers her. But we've never seen her in person. Yes, well, I retained more of my power than she. It's because I don't have a long-term duty to fulfill, to be more specific. I know we'll be here all day if I get into the specifics. Moving on, if I'm not mistaken, you're here because you wish to learn how one might reach the moon beyond the sky? That's right, is there something you can give us any guidance on? Yes, I do know. I do know a way. It began with the Hyperboreans who lived after the War of Funeral Flame. Blank looks. Maybe I should start with the background of the war. Or maybe not, it shouldn't be an issue. I'll fill in the gaps for you when we have more time. Anyway, after that war ended, the three moons retreated to beyond the false sky. The Hyperboreans were humans I once aided. They accepted the civilization and creations bestowed upon them by the angels. But despite accepting many blessings of the angels, many among them still held on to their faith in the moons. They were reluctant to accept the new order. Even after the War of Funeral Flame, they sought to contact the moon goddess beyond the sky and receive their guidance. But all three had passed away by that point. This mage is a unique method of communicating. Is she talking about the moons? Yes, but they did not know, and so they still prayed for the moon goddess's mercy. After building titanic structures that consumed vast amounts of Kuvaki, at last they glimpsed the moon and heard their voices. But of course they were gravely disappointed, for it was then that they realized the three moon goddesses were dead. That's such a sad story. It is. Humanity was in a very sorry state at that time. The angels who once hated them were gone, and the War of Funeral Flames had left them homeless and destitute. Just a second, I gotta ask, how relevant is all the history to the task at hand? Well, I mean, it's okay, since you drifted into irrelevant narrative waters. It's been a while since I've had a chance to speak inside someone's head. As soon as I got started, I lost control, and the words just flowed out like a waterfall. What I'm trying to say is, right, yes, that's it. The relevant part is the ritual created by the Hyperboreans. The fact they bypassed the false sky until the true moon implies that they successfully built a connection between Teyvat and the outside world. Which means with enough Kuvaki and a sufficiently stable connection, it should be feasible to send one person over the border. Okay, so they built some kind of portal? Oh, yes, a portal, yes. Is something wrong? You sound disappointed. I just didn't expect you to summarize it so well. It turns out I could have just said all of that in one word, if only I'd managed to think of it. No, please, it's fine. This is invaluable knowledge. I'll be sure to record and preserve everything in writing. Oh, really? Well, in that case, I suppose I could backtrack and add some more detail. I did gloss over a few things so far. Whoa, time out. Let's summarize what we've got first. Hyperboreans were the last ones to do this method, right? So we somehow need to find whatever structure they built and make sure there's enough Kuvaki to power it up. Luckily, we have the moon marrow of both the eternal and iridescent moons, so we're all good for Kuvaki, which means the key issue we need to focus on is finding the place. Am I right so far? Yes, although I expect the structure is long gone by now. That said, if we could take advantage of the phantoms and travel back to a time when it still existed. Well, travel back isn't quite accurate. It's more like we'd be creating a handshake between 2 points in space-time. We wouldn't even have to pick a time when it still existed. It could just be a time when it still appeared in phantom form via projection. Or we could project our own phantoms, fold them together, and... You look lost. Was that too hard to follow? Yeah, things got a little, technical there. Paimon's brain is reaching capacity. Alright, let me think about how to put this more simply. Okay, got it. Over the next few days, I'll search for phantoms that we can use. Once I find one that meets the criteria, I'll let you know and we'll regroup. By completing certain rituals, specific individuals will be able to enter the phantom and make it to the Hyperborean structures. If everything checks out and looks feasible, we'll just need to wait for Moon Prayer Night and we can send the Moon Goddess back home. I'm really skimping on the detail here. Is this making any sense at all? I think so. For now, we'll just have to wait to hear from you. Yes, basically yes. Great, counting on you. In the meantime, we'll focus on finding the Moon Goddess's name. My name? Are you looking for a way to stop me from disappearing? Oh, she missed that part. Excuse me, miss. Go on, Miss Nicole. This conversation was a little all over the place. I didn't catch your name. Ah, I am Lama of the Frostmoon Silence. I did wonder. I noticed you listened very intently when I spoke about Hyperborea and the moon's history. If you'd be interested, I'd love to visit you this evening and go through it again in greater detail. Also, if you were serious about making a record, it would be too risky to simply write down the raw details as is. I would suggest some tweaks. Maybe rewrite the story as a fairy tale or fables, perhaps even prayers. Anyway, we can cross that bridge when we come to it. So, see you later then. Oh, and I need to prepare everything. Just a cup of tea will do. See ya! And she's off. She seems friendly, it's just... it's so nice to find someone who's actually willing to listen. I've been dying for a chance to share start to finish, and any longer I'd probably start forgetting it. To share the story from start to finish? I think. Now Herman gets why Alice told us to mind our heads. It's so nice to finally find someone who's actually willing to listen. I've been dying for a chance to finally go through this systematically from start to finish. Any longer I'd probably start forgetting it. What did I tell you? A lot of quirky people in Alice's orbit. Now then, the next order of business is, where do we start looking for the moon goddess's name? Maybe the rest of what Nicole has to say might give us some clues. Once I've heard her out, I'll summarize the salient points and share them with you all. I'm also inclined to review our other documents. Yes, our faith was first established by our Hyperborean ancestors. Many of the more factual, accurate records are from after Kuta's birth. I have a hunch that the Fatui might know something too. Sounds like we've got to follow Columbina's journey through Tibet, huh? In that case, we'll start by heading to the Frostmoon Enclave. Sounds like a plan. Take it with you. I'll see about getting in touch with the Fatui. I'll probably just be Alakino and Sandra again. They're the only ones who would want to help. Thank you, Mr. Varka. Don't mention it. Honestly, I'm more comfortable dealing with the Fatui than prying the details of a young lady's childhood. Catch you later. I should follow them just in case there's some way that I can help. I love that Columbina's just following us on our tour of Columbina. It's so random. But it works. It works. Okay. A while ago, I took the time to organize the documents in possession that pertain to Kuta. What you see here is the material I consider reliable. You're saying there's unreliable material too? Yes, most of the information we have was transmitted through an oral tradition. Inevitably, some of her stories were mythologized and deified over the years through countless retellings. That's why I organized them into reliable and unreliable. There is no sense seeking answers in history unless we can ensure the veracity of the historical record. Makes sense. Alright, let's take a look through. Clear and concise would be one way to describe the writing style of these historical records, but you could just easily describe them as terse and dry. And as Lama already knows the material like the back of her hand, the quest to find any new information in these texts is tough going. Almost all these records refer to Kuta instead of Columbina. Although neither of those is her real name, Paimon's not sure what point she's trying to make. What we can gather from these records is that the Frostmoon Scions worshipped her as a god, placing impossible expectations upon her. I cannot fault them for their earnest faith, but for all their devotion, worshipping her day in and day out changed nothing. I imagine that none of it resonated with Columbina. It wouldn't surprise me if even back then she had already begun to project the name Kuta and everything it represented. Lama speaks the truth. When I heard them call me Kuta with hope and expectation in their voices, they may as well have been calling upon somebody else. When you were organising these texts, what criteria did you use? Well, that's a bit complicated. I looked at the level of detail, perceived authenticity, prose style, and how realistic their portrayal of Kuta seemed to be. Among the Frostmoon Scions of today, only I know of her existence, and I alone have spoken to her face to face. As such, I know that there are certain things she simply would never do. That being said, I have sensed some changes in her lately. Changes? Me? Seems like this is getting us nowhere. From what it's worth, why don't we check the unreliable sources too? Sure, give me a moment. Exerting but a fraction of her divine might, Kuta shared a great mass from a snow-capped mountain and cast it into the sea, upon whose surface shone the mirror image of the moon. Thus was formed the island of Hisi. Yeah, right, that doesn't even begin to pass the sniff test. The 3 moons are naught but lies through and through. Only one moon has ever shone for us, and Kuta is her name. The activity is strong in this one. I've heard something like this before in Natlan. The vast majority of ancient texts are filled with fanciful tales like these. I trust you understand my criteria a little better now. Kuta did not speak, merely gazing into the distance in silence, and where her gaze landed, this was her prophecy. Clearly, whoever wrote this text never met Kuta, otherwise they'd know her eyes are always closed. What about you, Kaiko? What are you reading? Seems like a collection of anecdotes. Come on, let Paimon see. The child wished to build a wooden nest with which to shield the fledgling bird from the cold. Being so young and lacking in strength, the child could not snap the branches from the trees. Kuta was passing by. Upon seeing the child, she summoned forth a Kuhenki who built a beautiful nest for the child. Ah, I remember that. Not knowing the meaning of Kuta's divine intervention, the child dared not respond and thus ran home to call their parents, but Kuta was gone. The Moonchanta declared the event a miracle and took the nest as a relic, placing it high for all to see. The child was named as one favoured by the goddess and was greatly respected amongst the people. Yet no further miracles were bestowed, and this matter was forgotten in but a few years. Any thoughts after reading that, Kaiko? If it's true, it gives off something of a somewhat lonesome feeling. Yeah, Columbina probably just wanted to join the kid in making nests. I already considered this a fabrication because Kuta did not perform any simple actions in subsequent records. But now I think about it, it does seem like something Columbina would do. It's just that she didn't know how other people would interpret her actions. She was probably worried about making things difficult for people, and so she gradually stopped joining in. Yes. That's so sad. Oh. And I can make no such gestures of warmth even if I want to. This is tragic. Still no name, that's a bit of a shame. But we did learn some interesting stories, that's gotta count for something. Larka said he was going to set up a meeting with Arlecchino and Sandro, right? Let's go back to Nash Town and see how he's doing. This is all so sad. Like, Columbina has lived a tragic life. And she's just a baby moon goddess. Let's see, there's Varka. Oh, and it's Yurin and Albedo too. So what coincidences we meet again. Yep, this is pretty much the same place we bumped into each other last time. I convinced them to stick around a little longer. We were waiting on people, so I figured having a little company would help pass the time. So you've been waiting for us? Does this mean you've already arranged things with the Fatui? Sure does. Now you're back, we can go meet up with them together. How'd your investigation of the Frostmoon Enclave go? Well, we didn't find out Columbina's true name, but apart from that, it went pretty well. We learned some stories from her early days. Just as well I didn't tag along then. I'm sure our moon goddess wouldn't want every man and his dog knowing all about her private life. Still, desperate times, desperate measures, I guess. Someone had to do it. So Varka was waiting on us, but what about you two? Are you waiting for Alice? Oh no, we already met with her. We discussed the experiment I mentioned to you last time. Oh, and she also handed me this communication device. This looks familiar. I'm sure I saw one of these back on the Golden Apple Archipelago. That's right, I understand she informed you about the relationship between the phantom phenomena and the Tefat's borders, yes? She wants me to help her with some more experiments on that front. She said she'll contact me through this device with more information. I see. Following instructions and making observations. Pretty common research method. Hazy right back to Albedo's lab. Wait, then who exactly are you meeting? Someone you know. Albedo's met him too, but I don't think Miss Lama or the Grand Master have been introduced. Instructions are overrated, especially in cases like this. Scaramouche! It's you! So it's not like the academia has prohibitions against going abroad. Also, I applied for leave. I've been writing to Hat Guy since obtaining a human form. I've already brought him up to speed on everything that's been going on in Nokrai. Hat Guy? Turns out I actually have heard that name before. Oh, then why did you react the same way I did? I only knew the name, not the fella, but since we're all here, let's do some introductions for what it's worth. I'm Varka, Grand Master of the Knights of Avonius. Lama, Moonchanter of the Frostmoon Silence. And I'm a Driosh from the Vahumana Darshan of the Sumeri Academia. That guy. Good to see you again, Mr. Guy. Mr. Guy? It sounds like somehow Mr. Guy is worse than Hat Guy. Good to see you again, Mr. Guy. I believe we last saw each other on the boat right here. So they came to Nokrai together? Mind you, the only reason I came here is because there's someone I want to look into. Who's that? The Doctor, also known as Vittorio, second of the Fatui Harbingers. Just as I thought. From the tone of your voice, it sounds like there is bad blood between you. I was reviewing our archives and noticed that a lot of information about him was missing, left a bad taste in my mouth. That's all there is to it. Vittorio, or Zandik as he was then known, was studied in the Academia, but he got kicked out before he could graduate. Zandik? I've heard that name before. Back in the ruins when the Ibis King mentioned that student, that was the Doctor? Again, we knew this. Kaiko, you gotta catch up! Haha, as the Harbinger's number 2 man is a college dropout, how embarrassing for them. Last we heard he was planning something. We actually heard that a few times before even coming to Notcry, but we haven't seen a trace of him since he got here. He only appears when something interests him. For all we know, he might have left already. But the fact that he did something here is all that's worth noting. I'll fill a couple of extra lines in his file. Huh, why does it sound less like a file you're writing and more like a criminal record? Anyway, we were just about to meet 2 of the other Harbingers. Want to come along? You might learn a thing or 2 about him there. Sure. Even though they're Harbingers, well, they're all acquaintances of ours, so, you know, when you talk to them, try to be... I got it. The Boston Silence relationship with the Fatui remains tense. Forgive me if I do not attend. In that case, we'll continue assisting Ms. Alice with her experiments. Good stuff. Everyone having a fruitful time? Alright, we better get going. I'll lead the way. Hey, Scar. Are you here for revenge? Well, yeah, that's obviously part of it, but I'm not the only one who has a score to settle with him. Neither you nor Laszlo Kuznali nor I want to see him meddling with things again. Fair enough. One other thing. When we return, let's talk about Columbina. Huh? What's the hurry? Don't worry, pigeons always know which way home is.
Thanks for watching, everyone. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. If you'd like to see me play live, then check out my Twitch channel. You can find me on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 PM GMT. Thanks again, and have a great day.